Hello, my name is Mike Janulitis, and I'm the founder of Cornerbull Software. In this video, I'm going to show you how to get started with Cornerbull Server Manager. Immediately after installing Cornerbull Server Manager, you are prompted with a registration screen and an onboarding wizard. If you have a license, register it now. Otherwise, you can dismiss this view. If you've already dismissed the onboarding wizard, you can reopen the wizard by selecting Tools, Onboarding Wizard from the menu bar. Skip the welcome screen, and you will find the Windows Service Logon As Settings view. Use this view to assign domain or local administrator credentials to the Server Manager service. If you will be manually installing our agent to each managed system, skip past this screen. Otherwise, assign the appropriate credentials. If you are prompted to run the console as administrator, please restart the console as administrator, then try again. If you click Next, you will find the Email Settings tab. If you're air-gapped, skip past this screen. Otherwise, use the System Administrator email address to list a general notification email address. This field is used to send notification emails when any licensing issues arise. For example, if you are running on a VM and the MAC address changes after a reboot, specify the other properties. Please note the username must be an email address, while the from name can be any user-friendly text. Click Test to verify the connection and credentials, then click Next. Use the Primary Data Provider Settings view to configure the type of database to save the log entries to. You have the following options: SQLite, MySQL, and Microsoft SQL Server. The file format has been deprecated and remains for backwards compatibility. Specify the other properties. If you have changed the default to any other type, the database and control tables are automatically created. Click Next and you will find the Archive Data Provider Settings view. This database is used to archive data not required for daily, weekly, and monthly reports. By default, data is archived after 30 days. However, you can override this value at a later time. Specify the properties. Once complete, click the Next button. Finally, you are prompted to download the local event logs into the database. The purpose of this view is to show you how easy it is to download and save entries to the database. However, you can simply dismiss this view if you prefer. Click Next. The log entries are downloaded and saved to the database. Okay, now that we've completed the onboarding wizard, let's take a look at the various views found within the Server Manager console. By default, you will find the Explorer view on the left side. This is our main navigation view, and it can be dragged to any edge within the application. The Windows service logs all activity to a log file, which can be found in C:"Program Data, Cornerbull, Server Manager, server.log. By default, you will find the Service Output view in the lower left corner. This view tails the log file. To view the contents, select the tab. The view can be pinned by selecting the Tool Windows Pin button and placed in the document view area by dragging to the center box. The view can be replaced to the bottom by dragging the tab to the floating box at the bottom edge. Finally, re-hidden by selecting the Pin button again. Both views can be hidden and redisplayed by selecting View, Explorer, and Service Output. Okay, that's how the tool windows work. Now let's look at the contents of the Explorer view. In an effort to provide you with as much information as possible up front, I'm going to briefly discuss each of these nodes. The dashboard node displays information about the system configuration, log database contents, and host inventory. Expanding status reveals running monitors, running reports, and errors. Audit work items provides the tools necessary for auditors to review, approve, and reject scheduled audit reports. Hosts contains all of your configured hosts. Notice I have some groups here. Using drag and drop, you can move a host to another group or link it to multiple groups. Templates contain all of your configured monitors and tasks. Each template defines the functions and actions to execute. For example, the logs to download, the frequency to download them, filters to apply, and any notification and remediation actions to execute once complete. You will use this view to organize all of your templates, as well as use drag and drop to assign different hosts, host groups, and template groups. Template groups can also be assigned to hosts and host groups, as well as host groups to templates and template groups. The net result is a monitor that is listed under each host. Monitor hierarchy enables you to disable or re-enable actions when a group of other monitors all trigger or recover. For example, disable all email server monitor trigger actions when both DNS and a production web server are no longer available. This functionality limits notifications when major systems fail. Reports contain all of your daily, weekly, monthly, and other audit reports you would like to run. For example, a daily application and system warning and error report. You can use drag and drop to assign host to reports here as well. Data providers contain all of your consolidated log entries as well as database connection information for your log databases and any other database you want to monitor the performance of. Directory Services contains all of your Active Directory and other LDAP directory service connection information. Auto configurators contain scheduled configurable objects that scan Active Directory for new hosts, then apply discovered hosts to specific host groups, templates, template groups, reports, and report groups. This is a very powerful feature, definitely worth looking into more once you're familiar with the software. Filters contain all of your various filters used by templates, reports, auto configurators, and log viewers. Actions contain notification and remediation objects. For example, send an email when a domain administrator fails to log into the domain, or restart the SQL Server service when it consumes more than 10 gigabytes of memory. Schedules contain various execution schedules used by templates, reports, and auto configurators. Environment variables enable you to save regular expressions and other search strings for reuse in multiple places. Syslog Server contains a real-time Syslog viewer node as well as a properties node to configure the Syslog, UDP, and TCP servers. SNMP Trap Server contains a real-time SNMP Trap viewer node as well as a properties node to configure the SNMP Trap server. Agent Server displays the agent server properties. Service log file displays a tailed and paged view of the service log file. Options contains system-wide options including email settings, security, syslog server settings, SNMP trap server settings, web proxy, and miscellaneous settings. License displays your registered license information, number of configured nodes, and number of available nodes. Okay, I want to show you two remaining features in this video. First is our batch update capabilities. As I suspect you can imagine, once you've added hundreds or even thousands of hosts to the software, corresponding templates and reports, the system configuration can become quite complex. We have created several batch functions that enable you to update configurations quickly. From the menu bar, select Edit Batch. Once selected, you will find 5 options: Update Hosts, Update Templates, Update Reports, Update Actions, and Assign Objects to Groups. Each of these functions enable you to quickly make updates across multiple objects, drastically simplifying configuration. Please don't overlook this feature. These batch functions will save you lots of time when configuring large implementations. Second is our merge function. If you select Tools Merge from the menu bar, the merge view displays, enabling you to select multiple logs, then display them in a single view. If you want to merge different log types, take a look at our SIEM reports. Okay, that's high-level overview of the Cornerable Server Manager Management Console. Please subscribe to this channel so you can be notified when new Server Manager videos are released.